Deep in the heart of ancient times, when mammoths still roamed freely and the wheel was just a wild idea, Thud was having a bad hair day, literally. As he attempted to roast a chunk of meat over a fire pit, his hand-eye coordination, or lack thereof, led to a sudden burst of flames, turning his unruly hair into a prehistoric torch. Thousands of years ago at a site that would someday be known as Gesher Banat Yuakav, Thud had just discovered an unintentional way to illuminate the night, much to the amusement of his fellow tribespeople. Meet Thud, a man on a mission to conquer the most elemental of elements, fire. If only he could stop tripping over his own feet, or that peculiar stick that seemed determined to be underfoot wherever he stumbled. Thud's current challenge involved a smoldering pile of sticks that refused to cooperate. His attempts at cooking meat over it were more of a comedy of errors than a culinary triumph. Picture him, belly flopping like a confused walrus as he lunged at a wayward spark, only to send a cascade of logs scattering like startled rabbits. Naturally, the tribe gathered around, eager for the evening's entertainment. Thud's at it again, one snickered, nudging another who was trying not to laugh too hard at the spectacle of Thud, now sporting a somewhat uneven hairdo. "Hey Thud, maybe try not to cook your hair next time," called out another, struggling to keep a straight face. Thud, determined to prove he could master the art of fire-making, gritted his teeth and picked up the peculiar stick once more. This would be the last time it tripped him up, he vowed silently. But as he crouched down to examine the embers, the persistent stick seemed to have other plans, sending him sprawling onto a pile of dry leaves. As if on cue, the leaves ignited, sending a plume of smoke that could rival any modern-day chimney up into the sky. The air filled with the acrid scent of burning leaves, and the tribe coughed their disapproval while Thud waved his arms in a futile attempt to fan out the fire. He squinted through the haze, determined that he wouldn't let this latest setback discourage him. No siree. Thud was on a mission, and he was going to succeed if it was the last thing he did. As the tribe slowly dispersed, shaking their heads at yet another of Thud's failed attempts, he sat by the ashes, determined to crack the fiery code. His resolve, much like his hair, was singed but unbroken. Little did he know, his greatest discovery lay hidden in that peculiar stick, patiently waiting for its moment. But for now, Thud stood up, brushed himself off, and decided it was time to take matters into his own, slightly scorched hands. He had a fire to start, and a reputation to salvage. Thud, now sporting a singed mane that even a prehistoric stylist would have difficulty fixing, decided to approach his fire-making problem with a new strategy. His plan? Use heated stones, like the ancient humans at the Gesher Banat Yuakav site, who supposedly cooked food this way. He gathered smooth river rocks, stacking them around the smoldering pit with all the precision a clumsy man could muster. As Thud carefully placed the last stone, he saw a small victory shimmering in the flickers of fire. Feeling a surge of confidence, he stepped back to admire his handiwork, only to step directly onto one of the heated stones. The sensation was like stepping on a porcupine's quills dipped in lava. Naturally, Thud yelped, flailing his arms and dancing about like he had just invented the prehistoric version of breakdancing. The tribe watched, somewhat impressed by this new form of entertainment. It was basically the Stone Age's first music festival, except instead of music, there was a lot of yelling and hopping. With his foot now in existential rebellion, Thud limped away, his pride smoldering as much as his injured foot. But he wasn't one to back down. He was determined to make fire his ally. Basically, he'd invented the world's first heated foot therapy, except it set his foot on fire. His next attempt was decidedly more ambitious. Thud chose to ignore his throbbing foot and decided to go all in. He piled together a generous collection of leaves, twigs, and yes, that pesky peculiar stick that seemed determined to join every misadventure. He set his sights on roasting meat over an open fire, just like the ancient humans in Wonderwork Cave might have done over 1,000,000 years ago. Perhaps this time he would succeed in controlling the blaze. As Thud prepared his grand roast, the peculiar stick snagged his foot once more, sending him sprawling into the stone circle. The stones toppled like dominoes, igniting the pile of leaves in a blaze that rivaled a small bonfire. Smoke billowed, obscuring everything as the flames leapt skyward, eager to touch the clouds. This time, the chaos was extraordinary, with Thud in the center, arms flapping wildly as he tried to contain the inferno he had inadvertently created. The tribe, drawn by the spectacle, gathered like an audience at the theater, except the star performer was a man desperately trying not to become a human torch. Thud waved frantically, but the flames only seemed to grow wilder with every swat. It seemed he had unwittingly invented the world's first open-air barbecue, except it was serving up roasted pride. But amidst the fiery calamity, Thud stumbled upon something remarkable. His frantic feet kicked up dirt, revealing stone tools scattered near the blaze. In his clumsy misadventure, he had uncovered implements akin to those used by Neanderthals in Shanidar Cave to butcher meat and perhaps cook it over open fires. As the flames began to dwindle, Thud picked up one of the tools, its edges sharp and promising. This was no ordinary stone. It held potential, a whisper of a solution to his fiery conundrum. Thud's eyes widened, a realization dawning upon him that changed everything. The peculiar stick, the stone tools, it was all connecting in his mind like an ancient puzzle, each piece falling into place. The chaotic dance of fire had revealed a truth. Within the chaos lay the key to mastery. As the smoke cleared and the ashes settled, Thud stood amidst the remnants of his latest calamity, holding the stone tool like a torchbearer of possibility. He realized then that he was on the cusp of something monumental, a discovery that could transform his fiery failures into triumphs. With newfound determination, Thud knew the solution was within his grasp, and this time, he wouldn't let it slip away. Amidst the ashes of Thud's latest fiery fiasco, the peculiar stick once again made an unexpected comeback, tripping him as he staggered to his feet. But this time, something remarkable happened. As Thud flailed, the stick collided with a stone tool, sending a shower of sparks across the smoldering pit. In that moment, Thud's clumsiness transformed from a frustrating flaw into a stroke of genius. The sparks caught the kindling, igniting a fire bigger and brighter than any the tribe had seen before. The flames danced in triumphant defiance of his past failures. The tribe gathered instantly, their usual amusement turning into genuine awe. Thud, the man who couldn't keep his hair from igniting, had now created a fire that was nothing short of spectacular. His accidental mastery of fire starting left them wide-eyed and cheering. For once, Thud wasn't the butt of the joke. He was the hero of the hour. With the fire blazing steadily, Thud seized the opportunity to test his newly discovered stone tools. He remembered the tales of Neanderthals in Shanidar Cave and how they used similar tools to roast meat to perfection. Carefully, he carved a chunk of meat, skewering it with precision that even surprised him. As the meat sizzled over the flames, the tantalizing aroma filled the air, a promise of a feast worthy of ancient legends. The entire tribe watched in anticipation as Thud turned the meat with a newfound confidence. The fire, kindled by his once maddening stick and guided by the sharp-edged stones, transformed the raw meat into a succulent masterpiece. In that moment, Thud had not only conquered fire but had also connected with a technique utilized by his prehistoric ancestors. The flames that once spurned him now crowned him with triumph. As the meat finished cooking, Thud presented it to the tribe, who eagerly tasted the fruits of his labor. The savory flavor was a revelation, earning nods of approval and hearty slaps on the back. The tribe erupted in cheers, acknowledging Thud's transformation from a clumsy misfit into a respected firemaker. The peculiar stick that had dogged his every step was, in fact, a piece of flint, and this discovery would forever change the tribe's approach to firemaking. Armed with this new knowledge, the tribe could now start fires with ease, blazing a new path into the future. Remember when Thud set his own hair ablaze while attempting to cook dinner? Turns out, that was just the beginning of his journey to mastering fire. The craziest part was how the peculiar stick he kept tripping over was actually his key to success, the flint that sparked a new era for his tribe. So what do you think? How do you think ancient humans first realized certain rocks could spark a fire? Fight it out in the comments below. And if you want more prehistoric madness, smash that subscribe button. Trust me, the next one's even wilder.